Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to help you live a better life today. Have you ever felt like oversharing or talking about your every thought and plan with others left you feeling drained or exposed? Well, you're not alone. The Stoics had a lot to say about the power of discretion, about the importance of keeping certain things to ourselves. Today, we'll explore 5 powerful secrets that, according to Stoic philosophy, you should keep to yourself to protect your peace of mind, build inner strength, and live a more virtuous life. We'll look at why keeping some things private not only benefits you, but can help you navigate life with more wisdom, composure, and tranquility. So, if you're ready to unlock the power of silence and inner discipline, stay tuned. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom on how to live a better, more fulfilled life. And let me know in the comments, what's one thing you've learned to keep to yourself? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's start with the first secret that Stoics suggest you keep to yourself: your long-term goals. Many of us are eager to share our big plans with friends, family, or even social media. It feels good to tell people, I'm going to start a business, or I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year. But according to Stoicism, and specifically the teachings of Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, it's often better to keep these intentions private. Why? Because once you announce your goals, there's a psychological shift. You start feeling a sense of accomplishment just from the act of declaring it. In a way, the praise or encouragement you receive from others for simply having a plan can trick you into thinking you've already succeeded, and that can diminish your drive to actually follow through. Epictetus taught that we should focus on what's within our control, our actions, not our words. And Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, constantly reminded himself to act according to reason and virtue, without seeking validation from others. By keeping your long-term goals private, you preserve your energy for the hard work ahead. There's no need to seek external validation. Your actions will speak for themselves once you achieve your goal. Instead of announcing what you're going to do, quietly and steadily work on it. The Stoic way is to let results, not intentions, do the talking. In this way, you'll find that your focus remains sharp, your motivation stays high, and you'll avoid the emotional ups and downs that come with the expectations of others. The second secret to keep to yourself is your personal struggles. In today's world, we often feel pressured to be open about everything, to share every challenge, every hardship, or every emotional setback. Social media is full of people airing out their struggles for validation or sympathy. But Stoicism teaches us the opposite. Inner fortitude and resilience come from learning how to handle our challenges privately and with dignity. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, often talked about the importance of self-reliance. He said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." The Stoics believed that struggles were an essential part of developing virtue, but they also believed that it's best to face these challenges quietly. This doesn't mean you can never ask for help or confide in a trusted friend, but it does mean that constantly broadcasting your difficulties weakens your inner resilience. When we keep our struggles to ourselves, we build inner strength. We learn to cope, adapt, and grow without relying on external validation. Stoicism is all about self-mastery, and that means mastering your emotions, your reactions, and your thoughts, even when times are tough. By not seeking sympathy or attention, you allow yourself to focus on finding solutions and growing from the experience. Of course, this isn't about bottling up emotions in an unhealthy way. It's about practicing discretion and not letting your hardships define you in the eyes of others. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The third secret Stoics believe you should keep to yourself is your acts of kindness. It's common today to see people doing good deeds and then sharing them for the world to see, whether it's donating to charity, helping someone in need, or performing a random act of kindness. But Stoicism teaches that true virtue doesn't need an audience. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. True Stoics believe that virtue is its own reward. You don't need recognition or praise for your good deeds. The act of doing good is enough. In fact, seeking praise for acts of kindness can diminish the value of the action because it shifts the focus from the virtue itself to the recognition you receive. Performing kindness silently and without expectation aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy. When you give without needing acknowledgement, you're practicing one of the highest forms of generosity. Your kindness becomes a reflection of your character, not something you do for social approval or a pat on the back. And here's the thing, when you keep your acts of kindness to yourself, you're building a deeper sense of humility, another important Stoic virtue. In the end, the goal is to act with integrity at all times, whether or not anyone is watching. The Stoics believed that virtue was something to be cultivated in private, in your day-to-day actions, without seeking recognition or reward. This not only builds your character, but also strengthens your connection to the idea that goodness comes from within, not from the opinions of others. The fourth secret that's better left unsaid is your financial status or successes. We live in a culture where people often feel the need to flaunt their wealth or talk about their financial achievements, whether it's buying a new car, landing a high-paying job, or posting about luxury experiences. The desire to showcase success is strong. But for Stoics, humility and temperance are key virtues, and boasting about wealth goes against these principles. Seneca, despite being one of the wealthiest men of his time, constantly advised against flaunting riches. He argued that wealth should be used wisely and humbly, and that true wealth comes from a life well lived, not from material possessions. The Stoics believed that money and success are external goods. They're not under our control and don't contribute to our moral character. By keeping your financial status and successes to yourself, you practice humility and avoid the emotional highs and lows that come with comparisons and judgment from others. The more you focus on internal growth rather than external displays of success, the more aligned you are with Stoic virtues. And let's face it, when we share our financial achievements, we often open ourselves up to jealousy, envy, or even scrutiny. The Stoic way is to stay grounded, to remember that wealth is fleeting, and to find contentment within, regardless of your financial situation. Epictetus warned against becoming attached to external things, including wealth, because they can be taken away at any moment. By keeping your successes private, you're also protecting yourself from becoming overly attached to them. Instead, you focus on cultivating inner wealth, things that cannot be taken away, like wisdom, virtue, and peace of mind. The fifth secret to keep to yourself, according to Stoic wisdom, is your future plans and dreams. Now, this might sound a lot like the first point, where we talked about long-term goals, but here we're diving a little deeper into the idea of future ambitions. Whether it's a new business idea, a career move, or personal aspirations, there's wisdom in holding these close to your chest. Why? Because plans and dreams are fragile, especially when they're still in the early stages. Sharing them too soon can expose them to the opinions, judgments, and negativity of others. The Stoics were big on apatheia, or freedom from passion, which includes not letting the opinions of others sway your sense of purpose or direction. When you keep your dreams to yourself, you safeguard them from external interference. Another reason is that sharing your plans can sometimes make you vulnerable to the expectations of others. People might start asking, "How's that project going?" Or, "When are you going to launch that new idea?" This pressure can create unnecessary stress and even shift your focus away from the actual work of achieving your goals. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to focus on the present moment and not get caught up in what others think. Finally, by keeping your future plans private, you allow yourself the freedom to pivot and change direction without the burden of external expectations. You can experiment, fail, and try again without worrying about the judgments of others. This flexibility is crucial for personal growth and success, and it aligns perfectly with the Stoic principle of being adaptable and focusing on what you can control. So there you have it, 5 powerful secrets that, according to Stoic wisdom, you should keep to yourself. These are your long-term goals, your personal struggles, your acts of kindness, your financial status and successes, and your future plans and dreams. By keeping these things private, you preserve your energy for what truly matters, your actions, your virtue, and your inner peace. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our behaviors, and how we respond to life's challenges. When we share too much, we often lose focus, invite unnecessary distractions, and sometimes even dilute our intentions. But when we practice discretion, we allow ourselves to grow stronger, more resilient, and more self-reliant. Remember, the goal isn't to isolate yourself or cut off from others, but to cultivate an inner life that's rich, balanced, and unshaken by external opinions or influences. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Sometimes, the less people know about your struggles, plans, or successes, the freer and more focused you become on what truly matters, living a virtuous life. So, the next time you feel the urge to share a personal detail or announce a plan to the world, take a step back and ask yourself, is this something I need to share? Or is this something I can quietly keep to myself and continue working on in peace? More often than not, the Stoic way is to keep it close to your chest. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Stoic insights on how to live a better, more fulfilled life. And let me know in the comments, what's one thing you've learned to keep to yourself? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep practicing those Stoic virtues, and I'll see you in the next video.